Another episode of Holy Crap, it's been a whirlwind. It's been 2 weeks since I talked to you guys. Maybe even three. I don't know. Before Thanksgiving, I think I streamed, and um, now it's been a while, guys. Sorry. Lots happening here. I will go all. Hey, Tanya, how come in the bottom left it says one of one instead of two of two? Is that a is that a thing? It used to say two of two. Now it says one of one.
I have no idea what you're talking about. One of one.
Or like over in the bottom left.
Yeah.
This always said two of two, and now it's only connected to YouTube. Is that the deal? So the chat's only YouTube.
No, it shouldn't be right. Let me work on it for the back.
All right. She's working on it. Maybe it's not doing Twitch right now. Or Rumble. I don't know if Rumble chat comes through. So yeah, no, we're apparently having technical difficulties. It's been a while since we streamed, and yeah, it feels like I'm getting back on the horse, getting back in the saddle here. I do want to go over a bunch of things with anyone and everyone that tunes in. Is it streaming to Rumble? Do we know? I think I have 3 eyeballs through YouTube, so the few, the proud, the brave has found us. Will you announce on TikTok that we're streaming to, or on Telegram, all that kind of stuff? Because it's been a minute. If you're able to chat in the live chat, we're live on Rumble. I'm hearing from the other room. We're live on Rumble. We like Rumble, but chat really doesn't happen with Rumble. So we're live on Twitch. There is no Twitch chat though, so maybe you need to reconnect chat. We are reconnecting the chat. Bear with us. She's doing some voodoo in the back end, I think. Tanya, are you gonna reconnect so that because we're obviously not viewable on for chat.
Yeah.
Twitch is not coming through.
Yeah, I see the chat coming in on Twitch on my end. Yes, I'm trying.
Okay, they're working on it. What's up, John? Let me just go for it so people can watch this later. I want to talk about what's been going on, the whirlwind. Oh my goodness. So, I'm gonna try to keep straight to the facts. Everything's going great here. Our volume is about to ramp up. I got a lot of whales on deck. We're also trying to coincide that right now with our application on this coin to coin market cap. So the goal, number one thing, is get on coin market cap. It paves the road for a lot of things upcoming, and I feel really, 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 really good, confident about things. Volume is about to go through the roof. I know you guys are looking at it going like, you know what? The AI is kind of keeping the price stable. We're trying to keep it a little stable, guys. I don't want too much growth too fast. I don't want it to look crazy right before it goes on CoinMarketCap. Expect it to go crazy as it's going on, and after it goes on, expect us to go a little nuts here. So it's kind of a big thing. That's what's going on with coin price, holders, all of that. A lot going in the works. A lot of applications are finally getting responses. Things are happening. It's been, all like transparency with after FTX. Things were a little quiet with responses. I think the whole industry was maybe shell shocked. I don't know, but things are happening now, which is really cool. I really want to steer this. I know that you guys are interested. Everybody's interested. The value what they're holding at any given minute, and I know that's number one concern, right? Like, okay, this is my investment, or this is, I don't want to say investment, but this is my digital asset. How much is it worth? I put X amount of money into it, and I want to make sure it holds its value. That's important to us as well. It's really important. It's critical. We're right there with you. Um, the deal is though is price is seldom a reflection of, at least at any given moment, about where you're going. Price is just a snapshot. It doesn't tell the whole picture. Look at FTX. When can I buy? Can I use it locally? John, you can buy right off our website at any time. In fact, now is a really good time to buy. You can go to anubit.com, click either become an affiliate or buy direct. The benefit of buying directly is you get 25% bonus right now. So you spend $100, you get $125 worth of Anubits. Made it really easy. You can use our Wallet Connect feature, and sorry, I'm just answering this directly. You can use our Wallet Connect feature. So if you don't have a wallet already, it'll walk you through how to kind of step by step. We did it in a way that you do one step, you follow the directions, and then you click. Go ahead, Angelina. Angelina's trying to get another. She's trying to stream over. Are you doing
questions?
Oh, for
I also
questions.
have a question whenever you're ready. Yeah.
Okay, why don't you guys just read the questions? Why don't you come sit down next to me?
Here.
Bear with us.
Okay, either.
You're less sick. Come sit next to me.
Okay.
She's not wearing makeup, so she's like watching. She doesn't want to come on camera. Just sit down. You don't look that terrible.
I'm
Mildly terrible.
I look like crap. Even Theo said.
Theo was
when
just.
he first walked in.
He was just getting your go.
No, he wasn't. So SPD Kidson says, can someone explain to me why do we not want coin growth before live on CoinMarketCap?
CoinMarketCap looks for primarily volume, stability, followers, things like that. We're trying to show stability. So, having huge volatility leading into it, we just don't want to risk anything. Right now, number one priorities get listed on, move back to since they've basically run and scampered off. So yeah, that's our number one priority. Truth is, we might be able to let it go up a lot more and not let it go up, but just take our foot off the brake that's on right now. And it might not do no harm, but we're really not risking anything. We really, really want to get listed. And so we know the criteria of getting listed is volume, stability, and holder count. So we're focused on those. If it goes up, I'm not really against it. I really want to go our price to go up. I think we're ready for that now. However, I would just have a little patience, because first off, you're going to see it start going up when these whales start coming through. That's going to push it up. And then the second thing is you're going to see when we're on CoinMarketCap, you're going to see it go up as well. So just have a little patience, trust the process, and we have our eye on the goal, which is organic growth on listing services, direct buy. The exchanges are starting to come through. All of that's kind of coming to fruition. So we're trying to make sure there's some stability in the insanity. So let me get back to that. So John, yeah, let's go to local use. One of your questions is going to segue into a lot of people like, what are you guys doing, right? The price isn't moving. What are you doing? And it's a little demoralizing because you're always judged by not always, but sometimes you're judged by the things that I think are the wrong way to look at things. Our coin price will be a reflection as things start to certainly as we hit the bull market, but also the question is, what have we accomplished during the bear market? Anyone that's looking, oh, I want to go 100 times during the bear market is kind of like, I don't know if they're spending their time wisely, because what justification for going that high? What have you developed, built that would warrant such an increase? What have you accomplished? What problems have you solved? And we've been focused by and large mostly on that front, which is, okay, what can we do to increase the value of our coin moving forward? And that's what we've been developing. So with ZPS, our strategic partner there, we have the Wallet DeFi Wallet Connect. You guys, for those of you who are new, don't know what we have, I'm going to break it down really, really quick. And you can ask any questions. But I'm going to tell you some things that you guys have never heard that we've been working on. And so some of you are going to be like, how come you didn't tell me sooner? Because until things are at a certain point, we don't tell what's happening. They have to be a little closer. So I'm going to tease you guys some things that are coming down the pipeline, but not a tease. They're coming down the pipeline. There's development time, energy, and lots of money sunk into these endeavors. They're not things that we're like considering. These are things that are in the works of happening, and they're through a production point where I'm confident kind of spilling the beans a little bit. I'm going to do it here. You aren't going to see anything website yet. That is coming. You're going to see coming to the website is our merchant list that have tentatively agreed to onboard as soon as we give them access to the merchant app. That is coming to the website. You're going to be able to scan through and you're like going to go, holy shit, merchants are willing to accept Anubit. It's just a matter of putting the tools together so that they can accept that really smoothly is all we're working on. But the pieces that we built are they're all building blocks to make this easier. So Wallet Connect was necessary. You had to have DeFi Wallet Connect. We got it. It's ours. No one else has it. Okay, so coming to the website is also, you're going to see promos advertised for our ATMs. I mean, the question is, okay, you guys have ATMs. Is that a pipe dream? Oh no, I went in the office. It's like we actually have 12 on deck already. So yeah, just because you haven't heard about it yet, I tell you guys, there's things we're working on that aren't on the radar yet. So at our fabricator, we have 12 ATMs being cranked out first, and we're gonna be doing a way that you can cash out Anubit right through an ATM machine, make it really easy for people to go from crypto to fiat and fiat to crypto. And it's going to interact with our user app, which will do the secure handshake, so you can transfer sessions to and from the basically the kiosk and cash you out right there. So we are doing that. We have speaking of user apps, we have a very Venmo Cash App type feature that is going to be with our user app, where you can give Anubit to people very seamlessly, and which is going to tie in with the merchant app, which allows you to pay for product directly for merchants. It's all working from a DeFi architecture. So DeFi is decentralized finance. It means, unlike FTX and those people over there, you hold the key. In order to do this, we have to do this in a way that's way more complex than those guys. Those guys are child's play. We have to be able to do secure transactions from two decentralized points, not just centralized. And it's a harder thing to develop, honestly. It has to be from our oracles, our dApps, and our token itself. All has to, in sister, apps, all have to talk very smoothly and securely, and every point is a like a handshake where you have to agree to everything. It's not just, it's very simple, centralized, all the coin goes into a pool and they just kind of, tell you how much coin you get in a pool, and they hold all the keys. Don't have to worry about anything. We're doing things way different, to keep you guys decentralized and ownership residing with each individual party. It's a lot of noise coming from the other room. So that's in development, like fast. So you guys are probably going to start to see some marketing going on with our user app. The first thing that's going to be happening, on that front, is kind of the transfer between friends, as we roll out different increments of feature sets, and then you're going to start seeing the paying a merchant and also ATM machines coming online for that. We're going to be going kind of locally first, and then we're going to be expanding outwards. So the sky's the limit. I know that all 12 are already spoken for locations. They're just like, yeah, put in here, put in here, put there. So it's pretty exciting. You're going to see some marketing footage coming out with us talking to people. You're going to see some fun stuff coming out. Marketing's got a whole bazillion plans. I know that we're going to be published. That's upcoming. A lot of things are starting to happen, that are kind of long plays. But I know there's a lot of people in Telegram. If you guys aren't in Telegram, I invite you guys to go in Telegram. If you're already there, cool. A lot of people are concerned about coin price number 1, and everything else is like number 30. I'll tell you right now, if that's your first and foremost mindset in a bear market, just don't be in crypto. Go play Hello Kitty Island Adventure or something, because in a bear market, those that are focused on not building, to strengthen their position coming the next bull, I think are wrong. That's not our mindset. I do want holders to go up, and I want our price to go up and all those things, but our number one thing is positioning for growth. There's an idea that if you focus on, like, for me, coin price is just a symptom. It's not the primary. If you do X, Y, and Z, the price will adjust automatically. It's the byproduct of the work you put in. And so for us, there's initially coin price is based on hype. And I said this right out the gate. Hype will determine your trajectory off of anything. But hype doesn't sustain. Then the question is, what substance do you have? A lot of coins live and die on hype and hype alone. They don't have a lot of substance. We're not trying to be that coin where all we do is produce hype, where it's only hype and that's it. And then when you peel off the layers, there's nothing underneath it. It's all fugazi and bullshit. That's not what we're building. And maybe this isn't for everyone as far as projects go. Our values are such that we believe that crypto and Anubit as a whole are going to do better because we're focused on building underneath. Maybe we were a little idealistic and we could have had a better tempo, but everything's a learning process. We came in maybe a little naive, and I'll own that. I thought that you could come into crypto and you could say, you know what, I don't like the way things are done. We're going to come in and do it better. We're going to come do it different. And in ways we've succeeded on that. But in other ways, we've run up against a wall. It's like crypto caters to cheaters in a lot of ways. And so we've been trying to figure out, the learning curve is figuring out a way that you can maintain your morals and your values, and you can be real and authentic and not cheat, and figuring out the ways where you need to bend a little bit and just go with the flow. And some of that is trial and error. It's like, okay, Twitter followers, this, that, you need to, you need to have bare minimums in order to even get approved on some of these things. And it sounds silly from the outside. You're like, why would they care about this? They do. In fact, they auto cancel you. CoinMarketCap, first time. CoinMarketCap, for those who don't know, is owned by Binance. The blockchain that we're on is owned by Binance. The native token that's used to pay, that we're paired with for Anubit, is Binance. Binance plays a big role, in which is why I'll never say a bad thing about them. They say a big role in Anubit for now. For now, right? You launch your own blockchain, you got other options. Then you launch an exchange, you got other options. But then you've seen CZ we definitely we want to thrive and cooperate, right? But CoinMarketCap will auto reject you. You submit an application, you've done everything right, except you don't have enough Twitter followers to show that you're a real project. So what do everyone do? They just buy tons of bots. There it is. They buy tons of bots. They flood their profile with followers. This was what Elon Musk was talking about. And then your application will at least transition to the next either bot that analyzes the next data set or a real person. But if you didn't have enough followers, which just basically just says just cheat, right? If you didn't have enough followers, it would just auto reject. You just get a sorry. They don't tell you why, and then you have to look it up and find out why. So there's some learning curve with that. That guess what? The guys that run, there's some teams out there. When we do our forensics on looking through blockchain, there's some teams that have released the same project code with a different title over and over in rug pool, and we look through it. And I guess I should do a show on this. We look through it and we're like, man, this is the same developer wallet. They're not even hiding. The same developer wallet releases multiple tokens and rug pulls continuously, and they keep getting listed on CoinMarketCap. They rug pull. They just steal, but they know the process really good about how to onboard into CoinMarketCap. And it allows them, then they start getting real volume, and then they pull the rug. Well, yeah, they've gotten really good at that because they do it over and over. I've seen it multiple times a day that they're doing these rug pull coins that end up, they honeypot and they do all these other scams. And CoinMarketCap has said at any given moment, a coin can look like a scam or not. It's not up to them to determine. It's their policy. So, yeah, learning curve, guys. Guess what? At the end of the day, I bet on us. If you don't, appreciate you for betting on us for a while. I bet on us because we're going into it. Yes, there's some bumps in the road. Yes, there's been, God, I wish I could deliver on everything that we thought was going to happen, and we're darn sure. But I still bet on us because our team is fantastic. Our coin is second to none, and we are focused on developing the reality underneath, not just smoke and mirrors where it's all like, I still get stuck. Like, what's the purpose of crypto, right? Why does it exist? What problem does it solve? Is it making lives better? I believe fundamentally having purpose with solving a problem or making lives better in some way is critical. We're focused on doing those things, solving pain points, and making lives better. So for those that don't believe that way or share those beliefs, we're trying to come up with a name of those that, because we have people that really believe in us, and some of them are vocal in Telegram, some of them aren't, but they message us, and I don't know, a Nubit army or whatever, but there are some people that really share our beliefs, and we're going to come up with something for that, because I believe there should be an apt description of people that share our philosophy, and not everyone does. I don't hold any ill will against our Philip has been a great, because you know what? I appreciate you're talking about Philip Tereski. John. Yeah, we really appreciate Philip. I love the KMJ audience. One of them. You get in our cars and you're listening to that. You know, little info while I got you on there, John, is um, when it came to, we knew we want to advertise on radio. We didn't know, we had an idea. We're like, okay, we love K&J, that's what we listen to, but we can't always be self-serving. So we got to think, okay, so who are we gonna talk to? And it was like, okay, well, K&J for me is like the holy grail. It's K&J's audience is who I really want in crypto, because I see a problem with crypto in general where the people that I was at dinner the other day and I'm sitting next to a guy, and my girl's asking me, she's like, hey, you know, what's going on with the office? Tell, you know, let's talk about what challenges you're going. We're just kind of, you know, just talking. And one of the guys that was sitting near us, he heard crypto, and he was a member of the XRP army. Who we ran into him, there's lots of them. And he's asking me questions, and he's like, hey, you know, what do you think about XRP? And I was like, took a breath. I was like, okay, are you ready? I'm like, well, first off, our legal talks that they're legal. We're not, we serve different communities, different purposes by and large. They're a transactional cryptocurrency. And we are a transactional cryptocurrency. We're developed as a medium of exchange, right? And everything's developed. They're built to work in more of a centralized ecosystem, and they're built to work in a way that doesn't really benefit the holders. And what I mean by that is they have crazy trading volume. People don't really benefit. And this is what I'm telling this guy. I'm like, okay, here you go. Here's just bleh, verbal diarrhea, right? And so I'm like, they're not really built for you and me. You know, they trade billions up and down and all day long, and my price stays pretty much the same because banks use XRP to trade across borders at a low cost. Basically, it saves them lots of money, and it does a great job for banks and big financial institutions. Not so much for you and me. They just want price stability, whereas coin holders generally want price growth, right? I want my coin, the price of my coin to go up, or the quantity of my coin to go up. XRP's trading volume does none of those two core fundamentals. So I was like, it's great for banks to save money. I don't see why you're providing the liquidity for banks to save money. It doesn't seem like a good exchange. And he was kind of like, wait. Like, I mean, there it is. It's not pretty, but that's the skinny. And so he was like, well, what do you do? And I'm like, well, our coin was developed transactionally, but for kind of the everyday people, not just institutions to trade huge volume, but for everyday people to trade potentially with each other and merchants in a decentralized way, where, again, decentralized means that you're the owner of your keys, you hold your assets, no one's custodial over your stuff. And we felt that we built it in that way against everybody who pretty much builds centralized. We stand as the only decentralized transactional currency that was developed specifically for that. I don't know of any other currency that was, as far as crypto goes. So anyway, back to Philip. Yeah, no, he's been great. KMJ is that's an audience that I think will value decentralized. I think that when that word gets kind of unpacked for them, that can have it's the meaning of the word, and because there's a distrust in government with crypto, and KMJ audience shares that. They like the idea of nobody's going to tell me about, stay out of my wallet and don't tell me how to live my life. Right? Let me be autonomous over myself. And I think that resonates, and Phil gives he's the tech guy. We knew we wanted Philip. First off, I heard some episodes, and he was saying some of the things about crypto that I felt. I was like, some are like, oh, well, why are you with Philip? He's badmouthed crypto. I'm like, yeah, I have too. We're on the same page. Like there's if there's bad things going on in crypto, who's gonna clean the house? You gotta, outsiders are like, we're like, okay, let's get in there and let's be a good voice in crypto. And I couldn't disagree with almost everything he was saying with what's wrong with crypto. I'm like, yeah, it's a, we were hesitant to get in crypto. I love the technology, but the players in the field were like 6 months ago I was talking about, yeah, I just didn't like the people. And that's when, sorry, the dev guys are on. Hey, yeah, thank you. I appreciate that, Omar. Yeah, 6 months ago, I was talking about, hey, our hesitancy with getting in crypto with some of the bad actors in the space. And this was during, we launched on, was it like, it was when Terra collapsed. And I said, yeah, but there's other people that need to wash out too. They haven't been revealed yet. The people doing, the bad actors in the space. And here we see FTX collapse later, and we're like, yeah, and if there's more to go, there's more to go. Let's get them out now before the next bull market. I would much rather be in a post.com bust than pre.com where some of the business models and some of the way that these people did business did make sense. They didn't plan for the future. Like AOL is a perfect example. AOL had a huge market share. Was for those of you that I never owned an AOL like address or anything like that. I never used their service, but they had a huge market share. And so the question is, what happened to AOL? Where they go wrong? Well, they didn't build properly in a post.com world. They built everything pre.com, and they just rode those coattails until it all fell in on them. And they were so big that I believe they bought. Didn't they buy Time Warner or Warner Brothers? They were huge. I remember at the time I was living in LA, and I was working in in digital asset management and digital assets for movie studios. And I remember the corporate guys over at Warner Brothers who we worked with. I worked for a vendor. I won't name any names. I worked for a vendor of them, a big vendor, and the the AOL guys that had like Warner Brothers email addresses had to change their emails. And they forced their executives over Warner Brothers to use AOL for some of their business stuff. And they were pissed. They're like, this isn't business suite. What are they having us do? But it was one of those decisions that in hindsight is comical. A bunch of like, TV execs and everything forced to use AOL to do business. But back to my point with AOL, they didn't build properly for the future. They built in they were in the now. They stayed in the now until the now was the past. And for companies that want to, like, other than straight Ponzi schemes like they say FTX was, there'll be other players that go away just because their business model doesn't shake out. They're not looking at, on the upside, here, this is a win. On the downside, is it a collapse? Because if you're just planning on everything's an upside, you gotta have both ends of the spectrum covered, and you're gonna be good with either. Otherwise, so that's the fundamental philosophy that we've used, that we continue to use to this day, and none of it, unfortunately, guys, none of it has to do with the coin price as it is this second. Our goal this second is get on the things that we need to get on, organically grow, build it, market it, and show people the value of the coin, of where it's at right now, which the coin where it's at is the value is really low. The price reflects the value. What I mean by that is we don't have, the ATMs aren't out yet. The ecosystem isn't out yet. The utility of being able to transfer to other friends, very very simple with a click of a button. to pay merchants as easy as it is you do with Apple Pay. Those things are in the process and they're well on their way. But I don't want hype and hype alone to determine our price. I want it to be based on the substance. Now, if we have the substance, if you doubt that we're going to have a really high coin price, then you're not paying, you're not paying attention. There's coins that had no substance underneath FTX. It's all just smoke and mirrors, right? They're doing nonsense, and their coin price went through the roof. But where does it end up? It ends up worth paper. It ends up worth fiat, right? That's not what we're building. So we're building something real. KMJ audience, I think that they're gonna. In case you guys don't know, for those of you watching that aren't in California, KMJ is a radio station we advertise on. We'll share the link under our social section so those can listen. We did an interview. I think it was an hour. We talked for quite a while afterwards. Um, and they tend to lean more conservative. They're more skeptical of crypto. They're if 14% of people on the planet invested in crypto, they're the other 86%. Now there are some holders off of KMJ that are like, okay, I like new technology, I like taking risks, but they tend to skew very conservative. And so we're wanting to reach out because here's the thing: we need to do a better job of connecting with the people that are already investors in crypto, and I want them to shift their coin over to us. Especially there's other players that are going to collapse before this bear market's over, and I know our coin. If you have $100 or 1,000 or $10,000 in some other coin right now, I guarantee. Well, I don't want to say guarantee. I would put my money, and I have, that our coin is going to be a better bet come the next bull market, because right now we're developing the utility to make sure that it has purpose and that it's real and it's not just hype, right? So yeah, some other things we have going on. The We've had pretty much a pause with the NFTs. NFT market has been really um, uh, wishy-washy. Hasn't stabilized. It's crazy. I wouldn't know where to appropriately even price our NFTs. I know that. Listen, we could probably put out our NFT. We've done the artwork. We have skins. We've got all pretty much done. I could put them out right now. And what I would want to do is put them out and charge too much. I don't want to put them out charge too little until the dust settles. I don't even know where to start. So as a collectible, it's really all that it is right now. I'm not dismissing that. I know people really like that stuff. Um, can I tease a little bit? We've got some other projects. So I mentally am thinking, okay, here's some other projects. Am I allowed to talk about them? Are they far enough along? Eh, Okay, I'll just tell you, I don't know if it's going to come to fruition, but we're looking at NFTs as a way to have. Um, can I say, no, I can't say it. Not yet. Sorry. Mentally just said no, no. We're working on a project that uses blockchain as a way to do, I'll call it, player profiles on NFTs, which variably change. And it was brought to us a couple weeks ago. John, I appreciate that with the NFTs, man. Um, as soon as maybe I'll pull everyone on Telegram and or have Angelina do it, and I want to. We've got not infinite number of skins. They've done some reskins and they have different positions, and it's our Anubit caricature. It's an original design. No one else has it. Um, I just don't know where to price it, and I don't want to be unfair. And I also, it's like I don't I want to, maybe we end up just giving it away, or maybe we charge something just like very, very, very small. Originally, I didn't want to use somebody else's. I don't like some of the NFT marketplaces out there. And I really wanted it to have our own NFT marketplace where people spend Anubit on it so that there's some exclusivity. Like you have to come in and get some Anubit and spend it on the NFT. I think that, I don't know, we've put a lot of time and effort, but it's something that, with all the instability, we've kind of just, it was lesser priority, and then instability has been like, okay, let's let things settle. We might either charge a little, we're not going to charge a lot, and I want to get those out to people that, obviously, if we, I appreciate that, if we're able to, help fund some different projects and things like that, it's kind of cool because, I mean, I'll tell you what, development, oh my goodness. I hear there's a lot of Facebook and Twitter developers available for hire right now, but I don't know if we want them. So, but yet developers are really expensive. And we're very lucky. Not only do our developers, are they just absolute beasts and work their tails off, but they also fit into our culture here. Oh, hold on. Fire chicken? No, orange chicken.
Orange chicken?
Are you guys going to? Isn't it closed on Mondays?
No.
You're sure?
No.
You better double check.
Do you want the orange chicken?
Yeah, orange chicken with fried rice.
Also, don't forget to talk about Lola and.
Oh yeah. Come sit down. You can talk about it. Omar's gonna come in. I got the snake for a couple minutes here. People don't know why you're called a snake if they're watching for the first time. Omar is a little eccentric. He is our lead developer and he's also our partner.
Look at my Grinch. My Grinch is like.
Oh yeah. The green screen really messes it up.
Right through me.
Omar developed our coin code, a little assistance on my part, and heads the development team on our various projects. So he's in charge also. A lot of people don't know this, but our coin has AI assistance. And so it's...
She's very... Lola is tightly knitted with the token. She listens to the token. Anything that happens, nothing passes by Lola.
She's got, like, we pretty much hands off, but we tell her, like, we give her, it's almost like a knob where you crank it up to extreme and you dial it down.
Yeah, we
have a general knob, and then that gives her kind of like parameters where she tells her how to throttle things.
Yeah, Lola, keep it down right now.
Yeah, she's running really conservative right now. By conservative, which means that she's maximum stability. And it's because there's a lot of volatile. We're about to get on CoinMarketCap, and during the window where they evaluate after you've submitted, is very important to have stability. So a lot of people are questioning in Telegram. They're like, "What the heck? What's Lola doing?
Yeah,
is it Lola? Damn it, Lola!" Because they see the price could be surging.
She's just doing her job. The primary focus of the AI is to protect the price of the coin, to watch the market, make sure that any crazy fluctuations in the market don't affect the coin price extreme. When the market's crazy, she will clamp down. She'll get conservative. She only wants to protect your coin. That's all she cares about.
She wants to protect the value, and when we dial that up, right, is going to be after it hits CoinMarketCap. Mm-hmm. Everyone's wanting it to be dialed up like right now. And like children, we all want instant gratification, and it's the hardest thing to do. Mm-hmm. But we have it dialed very conservative now. That's the right setting, mm-hmm. because if you want the coin price to go up, just let us get on CoinMarketCap.
Right. Once volume goes out, the algorithms will see. She'll use her algorithms. She'll start letting up on the price. She'll let the price go up. A lot of other things. There's things that she does that we can't control, like like a monitoring for fraud or anything like that. And there are a lot of things that she considers to be fraud on our system. So that's another.
Yeah, she looks out for anyone that's doing botting.
But
Any-
if you do not run bots, because she knows
She goes for
you
it.
cannot trick the system. She knows when you're running bots. So if you want to run a
Is she
trade
like
bot,
Santa Claus? She knows when you were sleeping.
you know, everything. She's Santa Claus. Yeah, she's like related to Santa. And she will run the bots will listen. She will listen for bots, and she'll let a lot of it go. But when you dial you dial that bot up to do trades too fast, she'll protect the coin.
She looks. You guys don't understand. She looks at the blocks things happen on to determine.
Yeah.
There's certain blocks that
Bots
only.
always run on specific blocks and within a specific set of blocks, and she listens to that. She also watches she watches the traffic coming in. The wallets, are the wallets duplicating? Are there
Traffic on the wallets. Oh yeah.
Yeah, she watches everything.
Like
Nothing gets past her.
and we've made her better.
The latest improvements.
Yeah.
So-
and as we learn, you feed information into her, and she gets better and better.
And anything that she sees suspicious, she'll clamp down on it. She'll send it to fraud, and that's where the fraud team takes control of it and starts looking into it.
So as of now, we've done numerous things that are kind of really cool in the industry especially for a relatively small token. We have AI assist. If there are any, I knew others have used some algorithms.
AI, yeah, but not directly monitoring all aspects of it.
No, I don't know. Our legal, we run things through our legal. Our legal is very
Not
conservative.
make one move without talking to legal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like can I every day I talk and with legal on any number of things. No fear from the feds. There are gray areas, and then there are green areas, and then there's no-go zones. Unfortunately, a lot of crypto is in the gray because it's largely not. There's certain things that that you can't do, like what FTX did, what blew them up. Everybody who has common sense knows, well, you can't do that. That's you can't do that. That's not a gray area. That's red area. There was no like, I don't know, are we allowed to take custodial funds and loan them to other people and then take private loans against them? And no, that's all. Come on, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, and we can't do that. I mean, we're decentralized. We're not centralized the way they were.
Yeah,
so
I mean,
lot
yeah,
of stuff that we can't.
we don't custodial anybody's funds. But in terms of the gray area, could the feds come down on one side of things of what we've done and be a thorn in our side? I think anybody that's in crypto that says no to that is being dishonest. There's always a chance that they could say, you're not allowed to do that, and we'll have to pay a fine or whatever. Do I think that we're on the wrong side of anything? No, we've worked really hard to make sure that if and when things come down with and we get our eyes on things before you guys.
And in discussions when we were designing the code and building code, there's a lot of things that we can enable in the code to be compliant with.
He's talking about
government.
dormant features.
Yeah.
See what people don't know is the coin code. Most coin codes are this. They're like
You can build a
500 lines.
Build a coin in about 10 lines.
Yeah, you can build it, but most come in about 500 lines. We're thousands. Ours is, and so we're not using everything there. But what we did is, depending on which way legislation comes down, we put a left lane and a right lane, and we can flip a switch and go one way or the other. So by putting all of those like switches in ahead of time, and most of them there's no setting right now, they're just set to zero. Basically, they're turned off, and we can turn these features on if legislation says no, you got to have this, or you got to have this feature. And if you do have this feature turned on, you can go in these exchanges. And if you have it this side, you can go in these. We can really choose our lane. It gives us more, it gives our holders more protection. It gives our coin options, depending on what bucket we want to fit in, which one's the most best for governance, best for ultimately for the people that use our token. we're not building it for us. We use it. We own it. Yeah, we've invested in our own project a lot, but we're building it for to fill a niche. We're building it for you guys. We're building it for a very singular purpose. Really, it's not. We're not trying to be Amazon where we're A to Z.
Mhm.
We're building the only decentralized token that could actually be used to purchase a hot dog at a street vendor.
Yep.
And the street vendor could accept it in seconds, and the street vendor can cash out straight to their bank account if every night. That's what we're building, and that costs less to process as a transaction than any credit card or debit card does, and processes faster, and they have access to their cash faster than they would by any other means. That's what we're building. And we're building it in a way that as transactions happen, instead of the credit card processing companies taking those percentages and putting them in their pocket for providing the service, a large chunk of that small fee
Goes right back.
goes right back to the holders. So when, for the first time ever, right, the technology allows when one person makes a purchase, everybody who wasn't even involved in that transaction gets a benefit. And on a big scale with a lot of people, it scales in a way that you're like, oh, this is going to change
The
lives.
credit card companies have tried to do something like that. The credit card companies try to do the incentive, cashback incentives. Okay, you buy something, you get cash back. And this time, with our system, every time someone buys something, you also get cash back.
Well, and as vendors, here's why vendors love it, is because as they accrue Anubit throughout the month, let's say that they pay their bills once a month, right? As they accrue Anubit, they accrue more Anubit, right? They can literally, through that system, people can be buying their competition. Like somebody could be buying a hot dog at a vendor on the other side of the country, and they're making passive income off of that. And the more that they accrue is as they accrue Anubit for people purchasing their goods or services with Anubit, the bigger pool they have, like gravity, the more they collect.
Mhm.
So yeah, that feature is honestly, John, that feature was the hardest thing we put in our token.
Yeah.
Second to no other feature.
It was either have the feature or don't launch the token.
Or don't launch, yeah. And how long did we work on that? A month just on that feature alone of our lives. Imagine one not very much lines of code, just incredibly complex to do that properly. And we used some existing Reflect token code.
Yeah. We didn't reinvent the wheel, we just made it better.
So we used it, and we found that they were cheating.
Yeah.
So we had to fix their cheats because they were cheating. And here's what they wrote it, and they're cheating underneath the table. So we had to fix that, and then we had to change it to alter it to mint. And minting sounds so simple. What it means is
it is simple on a standard token. It's
when you don't have to worry about
mint.
reflection.
Okay, mint. But
None of the reflection tokens that exist or dividend
tokens can't.
They don't mint is because you can't change with an ever increasing quantity of supply. Now we are capped. We have a max, but we don't create we don't just make all the tokens in existence right out the gate. Our AI chooses to mint periodically, and so but she has a cap, but she's got a playground to work in, right? And so with that supply changing, it really the equation for the payout is changing with every mint.
Every time someone buys, so it's driven by the market. The more the market adopts it and uses it, the more it mints when it needs it. There's no one entity saying, "Hey, we're going to mint trillions of tokens today." It's driven by the market.
So and just so you know, the way we did that it's really kind of a technological hurdle. I'm going to tell you as crisp and clear as I can. Holders Reward as our Holders Reward, the only minting reflection token that doesn't cheat. That we're the only one. Every other one we found cheated, has faulty formulas. They're taking most of it underneath the table. And the other thing was, the way it does it is it doesn't send you tokens. It doesn't actually do a transfer on the blockchain, because that costs money to write all those transactions. Let's say you have 1 million holders and a transaction happens. 1 million people get at least a pinch of Anubit every time. So you have millions of holders. That would be millions of transactions where you're sending them their free token as part of that, what's called reflection or holders reward. You couldn't do that because every transaction you have to write a different ledger entry for. So what it does is, instead of doing that with every transaction, it automatically calculates how much you would have gotten if we sent it to you, and instead it does just a balance update on your how much you're holding in your wallet, and it becomes real. We can recalculate the balance of a wallet for free automatically, as long as it's in the coin with deployment. We can't update it. We as long as that function's there, it auto recalculates your balance to match it with reflection as these transactions happen, and it does it in real time. So you never have to things we didn't want. We didn't want people to have to claim, like we didn't want to have to stockpile it for them, wait till it gets to a significant amount, and then send it to them into a batch. We wanted real-time auto calculation reflection, and it is no one solved our formulas. They should be writing articles, but nobody knows anything about token code enough to go, wow, this is a marvel.
and well, the thing is, a lot of the coders are mathematicians.
Yeah.
But they don't see the real world problems with those tokens that they're writing. So I mean, we
two camps.
Yeah, you come from a financial world and I come from a coding world. We're able to combine those talents to make it happen. So that was one of the advantages.
Cryptocurrency seems like a pretty good mesh of those universes.
Yeah.
So the holders reward is really a feat. I think that's, if we're looking at articles that people want to write articles about us, I think that's where we want to steer things. It's a hard thing to communicate to people because you really have to see where it's going to be. Like, let's say 12 to 18 months from now at a full bull cycle with the volume in the billions, you really have to see that potential in order to appreciate it and how it works out mathematically, where everyone is really doing well. That, you take all the banker money and you put it back to the holders and everyone thrives. So I don't want to shill our coin. So those are coin features that I did. But I do want to talk about upcoming things. Do you want to talk about development? I know with the user app, the merchant app, what we're doing on those fronts.
It looks like we're going to be releasing the user app first.
Okay.
That we're at the point where we feel like the user app will be usable for the masses within a couple of weeks. So I mean, we'll be ready to go with that. Merchant app's going to take a lot longer because there's a lot more complexities. But what the user app will allow you to do is you will be able to transfer just like a normal wallet, but be able to within the app transfer and pay for something. I could transfer Rob Anubits and he can transfer them to me easily right through the app.
We're doing it through a share feature. Anyone that's ever seen, like, there's something called a deep link, and you hit you get something, you're like, oh, I want to share this. You open it up and it gives you choices. Do you share it through text? Do you share it through email? Do you airdrop it? Do you do so it's going to be very simple to basically issue a payment to someone. When it comes to the merchant ecosystem and the kiosk or ATM machine ecosystem, those are using primarily QR codes. But we are also using NFC tap to pay for
NFC QR codes for person to person. You're going to be able to use a QR code or NFC.
So yeah, I mean, lots of options, guys. The user app is moving really quickly. That's something that all the logins done,
Logins are done. The all the talking to the back end, all the complicated stuff.
APIs.
APIs are done. Right now, we're just going to work on functionality. And we're trying to make it as easy as possible to use. So if you give it to Grandpa, Grandpa can probably figure it out in a couple of hours. Because even if it's a 5-minute thing, Grandpa's going to take a couple of hours.
Yeah. I mean, we
We have 2 people we're going to test it on. It's going to be Rose here.
Oh, Rhodes
And-
is he 79 or 80?
He's like 70. Yeah, he's 79. And we're going to test it on probably Theo first because he's a little more tech savvy, but he does require some explaining on certain things to do. But he'll be our guinea pig.
Not as techy as some of the rest of us.
Yeah, and then in our legal will test it because he.
Oh yeah, Mario.
If it's too hard, he'll yell at us.
Yeah. Make it easier.
Make it easier.
Yeah, and we've got some good guinea pigs for sure that we just internally of who uses resources. But that's the problem with development is we look at things all day long.
Okay, yeah, we got a grandpa.
Nice, love it, John.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll send some things. Get in Telegram, and that way we can connect and get you some early into our early testing on things. I know that when it came to our direct buy option, we worked with a bunch of the guys. We appreciate all that help. With Wallet Connect, that's something that how many revisions of Wallet Connect have you done so far?
3 so far. Two being major ones just because of certain issues with certain types of phones and a couple other.
Yeah, we got a lot of feedback.
It was just some people said it's too hard still to use, even though it was easy. I thought it was easy. We got feedback and we listened to the people and we did what they wanted.
Wallet Connect is probably first off, it's one of the most important features to have done right for
first time
decentralized.
users and decentralized, yeah.
Because it gives you take these 2 concepts, which is security and self ownership, right? And in order to do a secure transaction where the person still has it, it's almost like you give up your wallet to someone, but you don't hand it over. You still have it in your hand. They're just able to put their hand on it too, and it's like this handshake that is so critical. How you secure that transaction, and also like there was no room for error in that handshake. So you have to have they have to ultimately be in control of their wallet, and they have to only give up a handshake to authorize that individual transfer out.
They both have to.
And connecting that was really, really hard on the alert was for YT.
YouTube?
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, so yeah, the Wallet Connect is one of the most central things that a building block for our upcoming ecosystem, because we know that we have an emphasis on mobile with Android and iPhone having most of the market share, and then there's a couple extra phones thrown in the mix. But we are on Apple or Mac, we're on PC, we're on Android and Apple. So we had to basically build it 4 times. And you're like, no, you just build once and it's just a couple little tweaks. No. I mean,
Apple's its own beast. They do Wallet Connected only a certain way. Mac, same thing.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's very. You're obviously the most comfortable with Android, but Android gave a lot of problems.
Yeah, well, because their deep links don't work the same. Apple's deep links are superior. I mean,
Don't say that too loud. Are you an
but-
Android person?
No, Android they'll get it right eventually.
Did that hurt a little saying that?
I mean,
Everybody in the office, everybody uses iPhone except for.
but I can do things with my Android that
Yeah, he's
you
like,
guys
but-
could only dream of doing on an Apple.
It's so funny, guys. I'm gonna get off, but before I do, it's the funniest thing, because if you ask him the reason he loves Android, it's because I can do things with my Android phone that you could never do on Apple. They have you too locked down. And then you ask him, what do you wish your Android phone had as its only features? I just want to call and text. That's it. I don't need any other stuff.
I don't need no. I don't need any.
The cool thing about it is it does all this other stuff that I never want to do. But hey guys, we're gonna get off. For those of you, hey, Angelina, your phone died. Can you bring up any of the questions that were unanswered? Because I left your phone open on the desktop. She had other questions, so I don't want to not answer anything. Any fear from the state? I'll be buying and going to get my son. Awesome, John. Get him on board now. I'll tell you what. Like we're right now with what we have going on this week. You can wait till the end of the week to get people on board, or you could get on now. You do whatever's best for you. I can tell you that our mission, my mission, I'm focusing on holders. The rest of the team's focusing on development right now. Is I'm working with marketing to increase our holder count to get us on some big exchanges of listing services. We've been strategic in our timing and positioning, and our chances of getting on are like 99.9%.
It feels good this time.
Feel good. Well, you learn and we made all the steps and yeah, ta-da. Angelina, Tanya.
See, they're trying to get we don't want to miss anybody's questions.
I don't want to not answer a question while we're here because honestly, I haven't been able to stream very much, and I apologize. So while it's sunny or make hay when the sun's shining. What's that?
No questions.
We're good.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you guys. And any other questions you guys have that come up, ask in Telegram. Good, bad, and ugly. Send private. Send in.
Any technical questions? Anything that's
yeah,
too complex that maybe we can probably dumb down a little for other people.
Yeah. If you're not technical, just ask in laypersons. I'll interpret it for those guys. I don't always know what they're talking about, but most of the time I act like as a pretty good liaison with the super nerds. So
Tanya's our super nerd here.
Tanya she's becoming quite the super nerd.
Yeah.
Like everyone's like, oh, Tanya's no, she's a super nerd now. We got her in the nerd camp. Adrian's definitely in the nerd camp.
Nerd. Yeah,
his nickname is nerd. So, all right, guys, thank you so much, and yeah, we appreciate everyone. If keep your eye out, and this week we will be doing some big announcements with things published to the website, including that merchant list of merchants that are going to be onboarding locally or have given us a thumbs up. We're also going to have maybe a preview. Are we going to have a preview of our ATM machine by the end of the week, or is that next week? Next week. And then we will be doing our announcement on coin. We get approved on CoinMarketCap with links on that and there will be much fanfare, and you're going to see CoinMarketCap generally does really good for coin volume after listing. So you're honestly going to be seeing our coin volume go up even beforehand. I know that we're padding the deck. Is that what it's called? Padding the deck with some big people that are coming into the coin right now, and we've told them hold off. We want to wait till the approval window, and they're just going to be. I told you guys some whales. There's some whales coming in, so get ready for it. Thank you.